What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the New York Pro, as we just saw one of the best bodybuilding shows of the year. And the reason I'm saying that is because all the top guys, Nick Walker, Tony Bolton, Martin Fitzwater, Beef Stew, and even the guys who placed outside of the top 4, they brought amazing conditioning here. Everybody brought their absolute best to the stage. The lighting on the stage was amazing, so was the streaming quality. So all in all, it was an amazing show, because it is always so exciting to see all the athletes bring their full potential to the stage. But in this video, we are only gonna talk about the mutant, Nick Walker. This video is only gonna be about Nick Walker, because I wanted to compare how much he has improved since he came onto the pro scene. Plus the fact that the New York Pro 2021, that was Nick Walker's first ever pro win. And he won that show very comprehensively last time. That was against Justin Rodriguez, if you guys remember. And Justin at that time was a top 8 Olympian. Plus there was also a beef going on at that time between Nick Walker and Blessing Avodibu. And we all know how that played out. So after the New York Pro 2024, there are mixed opinions on social media. Some people believe that it wasn't a close show at all by any standard, and Nick Walker won that quite comfortably. While on the other hand, some people think that it was a coin toss between Martin and Nick. And the fact that the judges also saw it that way. There was just 1 point difference between Nick and Martin both at the prejudging as well as the finals. But some fans of Nick Walker think that the judges made it look like that way, that it was a 2-point victory to hype up the Olympia more. Which, by the way, I do not agree with that logic. Because if that was the criteria to judge a show, why did they give Hadi a clear victory over Samson Derek at the Arnold Classic Ohio in Olympia, while it wasn't the case at the Arnold Classic UK, where Samson Derek actually got some first place votes? It's just a matter of physiques on the stage on that day. And I believe we should all give props to Martin Fitzwater for bringing an absolutely amazing package here. And also giving Nick Walker a run for his money here truly. By the way, this is coming from a guy who himself thought that Nick Walker is gonna win this quite easily after the prejudging. Now let's come to the real topic. Nick Walker's improvements from 2021 to 2024 now. So the first shot, the front relaxed, which is in one of the strongest poses for Nick Walker. But this time you guys can see a lot more density in his upper body. But the quads in particular, specifically his sweep. If we are being 100% honest and 100% real here, I do not believe there are any noticeable improvements from 2021 to now in that aspect. I think the size of his quads are still the same as it was back in 2021. So let's move over to the front double biceps. The first thing to notice here is his chest. That is a lot more filled out now, and his chest has been one of the weak areas ever since he came onto the pro scene. Compared to the rest of his upper body, he lacked the thickness, he lacked the density. But I believe that isn't the case anymore. But since it's the front double bicep, we have to talk about his waist, as Nick Walker was getting a lot of criticism that his waist is getting thicker as he tried to pack on more muscle on his upper half. But I have to say, whether it's the background, but his waist looks like it was a bit narrower in 2021, especially in that front double biceps. His waist was actually smaller in 2021, and that is really something to worry about. And I know I am gonna get a lot of hate from Nick Walker fans. But again, I have to mention, his legs are looking exactly the same as they were back in 2021. His quad sweep looks more or less the same as it was 3 years ago. But if you guys notice any difference, please feel free to educate me in the comments below. Now let's talk about Nick Walker's side chest shot. And that might be one of the best side chests in the men's open bodybuilding as of right now. And we all know he would have won this shot against the reigning Mr. Olympia Derek as well, even last year. But now with more size in his chest, with the added fullness, and more grainier legs from the side, I think this is gonna become a very dominating shot for the mutant at this year's Mr. Olympia. And I believe he is gonna beat all of the top guys in that shot. The side tricep, however, is kind of a different story, because even though it has improved as well, but there is a reason he doesn't hit that side tricep in his individual posings. And I believe that is a shot that he's gonna lose to everyone in that first call out at the Olympia. Now when Nick Walker turns around, it is absolute insanity. He has made some tremendous amount of improvements, top to bottom in his back. He now has deeper hamstrings, more bicep peaks, overall so much more density in his upper half, and the detail added to his back. Plus he is looking a bit more wider now in that back double biceps. So I think it is safe to say, and I think we are all gonna agree on this, that if there is anyone out there who has got a chance to stand next to a guy like Derek in that back double biceps, it's the mutant Nick Walker. So the back lat spread has never been a strong shot for the mutant. And that is why he did not even hit that pose in his individual routine at Mr. Olympia 2021 during his individual mandatories. But that shot has also improved drastically in the last few years. So now let's talk about his favorite poster hit, the most muscular. It gets the crowd going, and Nick's most muscular has turned into a different level in 2024. The size, the density, the roundness, everything has improved. And this is where you guys can see the chest. That is looking absolutely mind-blowing now. He has more cap delts now, bigger triceps. So this is another shot where Nick Walker is gonna beat almost everyone at the Olympia stage. Except of course Hadi Choopan. Because I don't think anyone can beat Hadi in the most muscular shot. That is next to impossible at this point. So what are Nick Walker's chances at winning the Mr. Olympia this year? Now realistically speaking, if all the other guys like Derek, Hadi and Samson, if these guys are on, it is gonna be really hard for Nick Walker to even crack top 3, to even move past Samson Derek. And the reason I'm saying that is not having enough quad sweep. Because that is the thing that's hindering Nick Walker from displaying more V-taper, more X-frame on the stage. And that is really gonna get exposed when he stands next to all these aesthetic mass monsters. So can Nick Walker really improve his sweep at this point? Well, to answer that question, I'm gonna put that comparison up once again from 2021 to 2024. And I will leave it up to you guys to decide, because I have already said my piece. So Nick Walker is gonna get all the hype, and some of you guys might have already seen that Derek, Samson and Nick Walker, they are gonna train together next month, like the Battle of the Olympia style video. The same one that we saw after the Arnold Ohio between all the classic physique athletes. So the hype is definitely gonna be there. So Nick Walker is obviously a top 5 contender at the Olympia, but I'm telling you guys, marginally winning the New York Pro against a guy who is gonna make his Olympia debut this year. That wasn't a good look for Nick, because if Martin Fitzwater was able to push Nick Walker so hard, imagine him standing next to the likes of a new version of Hadi Choopan and a newer version of Derek Lunsford, because Hadi Choopan that we saw at the Arnold Classic Ohio this year, that was absolutely nuts. He had smaller waist, he had bigger quads, his conditioning was absolutely top notch. And here is the fact, there is a reason why a guy like Dexter Jackson said that he doesn't see Nick Walker beating Hadi Choopan this year, or even in the future, because Hadi just had a superior shape to Nick Walker. He has a lot more aesthetics, especially when he is in the pose. He's wider, and to top it all off, his conditioning is the best out there in the men's open class. No one can match Hadi in the conditioning department, because Nick Walker is that guy who make people look all soft on the stage. But next to Hadi Choopan, we have seen it a couple of times, that he looks soft in some of the shots. That is how good Hadi's conditioning is. So again, I'm gonna have to say I seriously think that Nick Walker is gonna first have to worry about Samson Derek. Because the Samson that we saw at the Arnold UK, that was so damn impressive. And if he can improve on that, if he can bring an even better conditioning than that, then it is gonna be really difficult for Nick Walker to even pass Samson Derek. So for Nick Walker to win the Olympia, he is gonna need some help from all these other top guys. Especially from Derek and Hadi Choopan. These guys need to come in off big time for Nick Walker to have a shot at the Olympia title. So that's it from this video. Kindly do let me know if you guys agree with my assessment. And if not, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. And also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.